first encounter with fragrance goes back as a child, especially with worship and the thali for puja, with flowers, hibiscus, rose, jasmine, rajnigandha, and offering it for worship every day for devotion.
I think one of my earliest memories to scent is early in the morning when we would wake up. There would always be a whiff of agarbatti, which is incense, all over the house. The sun would have its first sign of sunrise and start praying, and the entire house would be filled with her chanting, as well as the fragrance of all her different things that she used for prayer. So incense was one of the big ones that traveled throughout the house. It would come into my bedroom as well, and then I would hear mom chanting, and that's what I woke up to in the morning.
My first connection with Indian perfumery began in 2008. I was doing a sabbatical in India, and I effectively went there to study Ayurveda. I was studying Ayurveda in around Coimbatore in Tamil Nadu. And while I was there, I would notice these elegant South Indian ladies walking along the road with this garland in her hair.
I learned perfumery in France, and 20 years ago I decided to move in the US to live the dream, as they say, and being exposed to a lot of clients where I can show my expertise and passion about perfumes. So that's what I do. I create perfumes every day, all day long, and trying to bring memories, joy, happiness, and a good feeling to people. I mean, even if Diipa is from a different origin than me, and I've never been to India yet, but I think we are speaking the same language in terms of fragrances and passion and memories and flowers, ingredients. We do speak the same language, and I think it's very universal, so you can come from anywhere in the world.
So every morning you had to take this khali or this kind of a basket, and I still have the nostalgia of the basket, that you take it in the morning and you collect all these flowers in the basket and take it for worship. And then I would give it to Papaji, to my father, and then he would put it everywhere.
Each ingredient, naturally or synthetic, triggers something in my brain that's gonna make me travel or remind me something, and that's how I remember all the ingredients. So every time someone, and for example Diipa, is coming with ideas and memories to me, I connect with her, but I also have my vision and my memories too associated with those ingredients she's mentioning.
Being in a tuberose field in the morning in Tamil Nadu is just extraordinary.
In Pondicherry, I studied aromatherapy, where I understood that you could make scent as a state where you could alter it. So basically, scent became therapy.
There was almost this becoming of my own person, where everything that I learned about scent from mom, I actually went against it, and I wanted to kind of try on the scents of the world. Little did I know that the very scents that I loved from a global point of view actually were really deeply embedded in Indian scents, which were the scents that my mother taught me. So it almost felt like a full circle moment of starting with it, going around the world, finding things that I liked, and realizing that the core of them were actually Indian scents from my mother as well.
I mean, when I received the brief, to me was really striking that she wanted to have the global vision from beginning of the day to the end of the day, so sunshine, sunset, and based on memories, travel, ingredients. So that was to me right away. I went into my brain and nose and associate it with some specific ingredients. And I share that with her, and I think when we're talking, some ideas came up, and the formula was building on, and now you'll see the result soon.
When I was pregnant with Dua, my daughter, I started studying more into those things. And one of the things that kept coming out was phthalates. These toxins are present in plastics, they're present in fragrances. And that's when I realized this has to change. We need to change the beauty industry and make sure we set a new standard, specifically now with fragrances as well.
What I try to do for Diipa and Indie Wild brand is to put on stage almost some Indian ingredients, and like that she can talk to the world about this. I think it's always very important to talk about the heritage, the culture.
I think that there's an act of devotion to use this flower as an act of devotion. In the same way with perfumery, tuberose is one of the most regal flowers that we use. And in order to capture its extraordinary scent, it requires a deep amount of expertise, a very clear level of intention.
I think the idea was finding a thread. Tuberose was really the key ingredient. It's a very mysterious flower. You smell it in the morning, it's like very green, crisp, dewy, but at night it changed completely. It's dark, intoxicating, mysterious, warm, honey, etc. Ingredients from India play a key role in my creation process. I would say this is the best quality.
It's been a passion of mine for the last 15 years to really help educate the industry about the role of Indian perfumery. People are so much more interested in the stories of the source, connecting to where these ingredients come from, and they're really waking up to the fact that India has not only an immensely rich scent culture. When Diipa first reached out to me, we started having a really interesting conversation about what she wanted to do in the world of scent.
Wow. So, Indie Wild, this is Surya, meaning the sun in Indian. And that smells like the sun. It's like crisp, effervescent, sunny, happy, very energetic. Yeah, I love it. Wow. Very different from the first one. So this one to me smells like nighttime. That's Chandra, the moon in India. It's very intoxicated. It's like super sensual. That's truly interpretation of the tuberose at night. When you smell it, that's what you call a night blooming flowers.
So Surya is more our sun energy. That is extremely this energizing on-the-go energy. It's got white floral top notes. It's got a sandalwood-like core, the Mysore Indian sandalwood core, as well as this kind of very grounding yet energizing scent that I think is extremely unisex, so can be used by men and women, but mostly for that mood change of an uplifting feeling, And then the Chandra, or the moon scent of ours, is the complete opposite, where the mood shift there is into sensuality, it's into a bit more relaxation. It's when you want to go for a night out and you want that little bit of mystery in you, that is the scent. It's got tuberose as well as patchouli, and again, floral top notes, and a very beautiful gourmand bottom note of vanilla and sugar. So it gives you this very enticing yet mysterious scent. So the question is, Mommy, that these scents don't smell very traditional Indian, but they smell like global scents. And I am more propagator of global scents, and you are more propagator of Indian scents. So how did that be a mix? How did we, indeed, mix it together and create something that is from India but for the world?
I think that is who we are.
Yeah,
That's in there first. That's in the world.
that's mommy and Deepu.
Yeah, there's mommy and the traditions. Yeah, spirituality and science.
Yeah.
SNS together. Ayurvedistry.
Yeah, Ayurveda and chemistry.
Yeah,
I think that duality is what we are, and that duality of us coming together, but that duality of it coming together in a brand, coming together in everything we do. It is really about taking culture and heritage, but making it for all,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Around the world.
all over the world.
What I'm remembering through these perfumes is the gratitude that what I am today is because of what I could do and change my external atmosphere, because you're getting something into your olfactory system. So that change has made me a calmer, a more peaceful person. And of course, I can see my children. They've grown up every day with these fragrances.
I think I generally use the word scent more than I use fragrance these days, having been in the fragrance industry now for decades. It's a word that I prefer the word scent, because scent for me is much more than something you spray on your body. Scent is how I think we as a culture live with our sense of smell, and how whether it's identity, whether it's memory, whether it's emotion, whether we experience it by going to a flower market, whether we experience it with a beautiful artwork. I think we're all, as people, much more in tune with our sense of smell than we ever have been before. And scent, for me, is limitless. Perfume, by its very definition, is ephemeral, is evanescent, it disappears. You can't weigh down perfume with story, with meaning. All you can do is give it the greatest intentionality to do the best possible work, honoring every person from the farmer through the perfumer, to really do what is best you can do. The rest is all left up to the senses. And so if it invokes something in you that is just, it makes me feel pretty, or it makes me feel fresh, that's great. If it emboldens you to go back and really study what is the story of this iconically Indian ingredient, that's great too. But it shouldn't feel so bound. Scent should feel free.